We are the Reid Duo.
I'm Kennedy Reid.
And I'm Sawyer Reid, and we will be your next competitors.
You said you're gonna redo this?
Reid
Duo.
Redo.
Kennedy Reid. If our judges are ready.
Good morning, Trinity Church. I'm Steve Scheibner, and this is my wife, Megan.
Thank you for letting us come and tell you our story today.
I can't begin to count the number of times that God, in His mercy, has comforted and quieted me during life's trials and moments of fear.
The cockpit's not answering. Somebody stabbed in business class. I think we're getting hijacked.
Okay, which flight are you on? And what seat are you in?
Okay, my name is Betty Ong. I'm number 3 on flight 11.
The Only Plane in the Sky, An Oral History of 9/11 by Garrett M. Graff, and
In My Seat, a pilot story from September 10th to 11th by Megan Ann Scheibner. September 10th was an extravagantly beautiful day. Steve told me that he was
headed to Los Angeles
the next day. That was no surprise because he needed Sundays off to patch in the new church plant. Weekday trips had become the regular routine for his flying.
we got my suitcase from the car, emptied out the old laundry, and began to prepare for my trip to the West Coast.
I ironed Steve's shirt and made sure that all the parts of his uniform were ready.
I packed my airline kit bag and double-checked that I had all the necessary maps and publications. I loaded the car, and we settled in to spend the evening doing family stuff with the kids.
Strangely, however, he never received a phone call from American Airlines confirming that the trip assigned to him via the computer had been finalized and locked in as his trip. Number 1 has been stabbed, and our 5 has been stabbed. Can anybody get up to the cockpit? Can anybody get up to the cockpit? We can't get up to the cockpit. We don't know who's up there.
The flight has been hijacked. This is Flight 11 from Boston to LA. I'm in the back with Betty Ong, AA flight attendant. A man in business class has had his throat slashed and is presumably dead. Number 1 flight attendant has been stabbed, and number 5
flight attendant has been stabbed. There's a bomb in the cockpit.
It is rapid descent. Something is
wrong.
wrong. I don't think the captain is in control.
I see water.
I see buildings. We're flying low. We're flying very, very low. Oh my. We're flying way too low. For me, it was the beginning of an emotional roller coaster. My phone began to ring off the hook even before I had a chance to call my wife. Friend after friend dialed my number, often sobbing on the other side of the line, thankful to hear my voice and to know that I was safe.
Like the rest of the country, I was shocked and disbelieving. What was going on? I remember my knees felt weak and I was breathless. Just then, call waiting beeped and Steve was on the line. I tearfully answered.
I just kept telling her, don't worry, it wasn't me, it wasn't me.
I just kept thinking he was supposed to be on that flight. Suddenly, the gravity of the situation began to hit home.
The planes that went down were ones that I had flown. The pilots and crew members whose lives were taken in the unthinkable moment were more than co-workers. They were my friends. More than 1,100 people were tracked above the impact zones across both the North and South Towers. As conditions worsened and smoke and fire permeated the upper floors, they dialed 911, emergency services, and Port Authority's World Trade Center commanded post, hoping to speed rescuers to their aid, not realizing how dire their situation actually was.
This is Melissa Toy! I'm trapped on the 83rd floor in the South Tower, and it's very hot everywhere on the floor!
Okay, I know you don't see it at all, but I'm documenting everything you say, okay? And it's very hot. You see no fire, but you see smoke, right?
It's very hot! I don't see any air anymore!
Okay.
All I see is smoke!
Okay, dear, I'm so sorry. Hold on for a sec. Stay calm with me. Stay calm. Listen. The call is in. I'm documenting. Hold on 1 second,
I'm going
please.
to die!
No. Say it. Ma'am, say
I'm
a
going
prayer.
to die!
You gotta think positive because you gotta help each other get off the
I'm
floor.
going to die!
Now look, stay calm. Stay calm.
Please, God!
You're doing a good job, man. You are doing a good job.
No, it's so hot! I'm burning up!
For 24 minutes, 32-year-old Melissa Doy, trapped on the 83rd floor of the South Tower, spoke to a 911 operator, waiting for a rescue that would never come.
Pete, stand here! Let me go and grab a tool first! Let me go grab a rescue tool!
Here it comes!
Loudest sound I'd ever heard.
Like 6 or 8 subway cars pulling into the same station at the same time with their brakes.
Like an incoming missile. Like 1,000 freight trains crashed.
Like an avalanche. Like 30,000 jets taking off. Like a machine gun.
Pop and then shift. Like taking a bag of sugar and pouring it into a container.
I told everyone, incoming, run!
We really thought that the end of the world was upon us.
The
Second tower had collapsed.
What's everyone's conditions?
I'm trapped. I think I can shimmy out of here.
I'm in a lot of pain. My whole left side. I've got concrete on me and I'm being crushed. Are you free?
Sarge! I can go up this hole.
No, if you leave, you'll never find us. You need to get Hermino out, and you and Hermino get me out. The events of September 11th changed my life. The unthinkable events on board Flight 11 that morning played out on the intersection of several crossroads. When Mohammed Atta slashed the throat of one of my close friends, pilot Tom McGinnis.
Tom, because of his relationship with Jesus Christ, went to be with the Lord that day. For him, it was graduation day and the next step in his eternal walk with God.
For Mohammed Atta, when the airplane crashed into the first tower, nothing was what he expected. The false master who ruled his life had promised riches and reward. Instead, at that horrible moment, Atta realized the truth. He had been deceived. The same master would now mock him for eternity. He had been nothing more than a puppet in Satan's futile plan to eradicate God. A foolish and expendable puppet.
Atta thought he killed God that day. He was wrong. Instead, a spark was lit in one of God's men that would begin to burn and to grow until it became a consuming flame. God used the events of September 11th to change my husband, Steve Scheidner, from a man contentedly doing his will as a church planter in a small town in Maine into a man consumed by the urgency of reaching a nation for Christ.
God showed me what it meant to live like a borrowed time believer. One who realized that every day, every moment, every breath was a gift from God. Tom McGinnis filled a seat that should have been mine, but he didn't die for my sins. Jesus Christ paid that price for me and for Tom.
Thank you, Trinity Church, for letting us come and speak here today.